And we can start off with the extended cab. The extended cab is officially, finally, all said and done, ready to go out the door. Got everything nice, cleaned up. Wheels got cleaned up and ceramic coated. Paint got corrected and ceramic coated. So you got the full 9. Got everything nice and cleaned up and back on point. She really wasn't, I don't want to say she wasn't horrible, but she was definitely not, I guess, as bad as other black cars, because he definitely keeps up with it, and I think he does nothing but hand washes. So it wasn't as bad as other cars that they've run through the car wash, through the $3 washes and whatnot, but she definitely had a bunch of swirls and little imperfections and stuff that just needed to be taken care of. And then the Vilanos are brand new. It's a brand new setup. He just put those on there. So he just wanted me to take them off the truck and clean them up front and back a little bit and throw some ceramic coating on there. So we got everything nice, cleaned up and coated. And the truck, I finalized actually not too long ago, the second coat. I was kind of bouncing back in between these two. I really haven't recorded much because of these two trucks. I had to get both of these out before the weekend. That guy's leaving to Texas. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that one, but that guy's leaving to Texas tomorrow. So that truck had to be done today because it has to cure overnight and be ready for pickup in the morning. This one, he really didn't have a rush. I just been sitting on this truck way too long, just like this Escalade. So I just really wanted to get this truck out the door before the weekend ended, and we definitely did our thing and got everything nice and all cleaned up, and we definitely beat the deadline. He didn't have a deadline, but I put a deadline on this one, and then the other one obviously did have that deadline, so that one I had no choice but to get it gone. But this one is ready. Like I said, I just been sitting on it a little too long. We've been trying to catch up. I got like 8 ceramic coatings here, so it's a lot of catching up to do, but I don't want to be sitting on any old projects, meaning these two, because these are probably the ones that have been sitting here the longest. Got a bunch of new projects in, as you guys can see back there, Impala SS, along with that Hellcat Red Eye. A bunch of new projects in, so we got to get all this old stuff out so we can keep flowing. But the extended cab is finally ready to go out the door. I still got to go on the inside and put the plastics for him because he wanted me to, this damn truck always locking. He wanted me to put the protection on his carpet. So I still got to do that. Give it a quick vacuum and put those plastics all on the carpet because he doesn't want it to get dirty with people getting in and out or whatever the case is. He just doesn't want it getting dirty. So I got to throw a little bit of protection on those carpets, and he's pretty much ready and set to go out the door. The inside really didn't need much because he just keeps up with his trucks. I mean, I'll show you guys his other truck eventually. He's gonna bring. He always comes for washes, so I'll show you guys his other truck eventually. But this guy never, ever has his trucks dirty on the inside. Not even really the outside. But got this one all said and done, and then we got the GMC Denali, which is the one that I was telling you guys that had to be done 100% today. We had no option on this, so we had to definitely put Pops on hustle mode. Got him on point with this one. I gave it some quick little touch-ups. Ceramic coated it early this morning, put the first coating on there. When I was done with the first coating, I gotta let it heal for a few hours before I lay the second one. So while I did that, jumped on the extended cab, knocked out the second coating, knocked out the wheels, jumped back on this, knocked out that second coating, and now she is officially ready to go. So he is moving to Texas. This is one of my guys. This is actually the first customer that I had when I opened the shop here 2 years ago. He brought the first car ever that I had here at the shop. He brought the first car here. It wasn't this truck. It was a Cutlass that he brought. It wasn't this one, but it was the first ever customer that we had here. And he is moving to Texas. So he said, Ace, before I go, I need you to do my baby because I need that Ace touch before I go out there. He said, I know I'm not going to find nobody like that. So we had to get my boy right. Got him all set, taken care of. I got his 26s back there. I still got to clean those up for him before he comes to pick it up in the morning. But that's quick stuff for the most part. We got him all set and done. He wanted me to do a full-blown interior detail and everything, but he brought the truck on Saturday. Memorial Day was Monday. We closed Sunday. Realistically, I mean, we started the truck 2 days ago. Did everything. Pops passed it over. Quick touch-ups. And then I ceramic coated it today. Today's Thursday. and he's gonna be picking it up tomorrow, which is Friday. So a little bit hectic. It was a little bit crazy, but like I said, we definitely beat that deadline and we made it happen. I mean, what was I gonna do? Send my boy back to Texas with no truck? We had no choice but to get it done. So got him all set, ceramic coated. So obviously now I'm just gonna tell him how to keep up with the ceramic coating. So while he's out there in Texas, I mean, he can't bring it for washes, or he can't, you know, just have me come out there and wash it for him. Or if not, I definitely would. So I just got to tell him how to keep up with that coating, and hopefully, I mean, he comes back another day, another time. I know he might come back and visit. I mean, I know he's not just going to take off and never look back. I know he might come back, so hopefully we see him back one day, bring some toys or whatever. He's taking a bunch of his toys out there, but that's his main baby, and he wanted me to take care of that one. So he is all taken care of. We've got the extended cab taken care of. Escalade is on his final touches. Pops is going to be passing this one over in no time. So this one is going to be the next one going out the door. And then we still got a whole lineup of cars I got to get out of here. I got another new Escalade sitting outside just like this one. So it's a little hectic. You guys see it right here. Got another. This is ceramic coating, ceramic coating, ceramic coating, Hellcat, ceramic coating. That Lexus that you guys see out there, ceramic coating. The Corvette, ceramic coating. So we got a whole lot of catching up to do. But like I said, we're knocking these out and doing what we do. So that's that, and we'll hit you guys with some more updates soon, or some other type of footage. All right, a little bit of a catch-up time. It's time to show you guys a little bit of what we got going on, what we got going out the door, and what we got progress-wise. My low battery thing popped up. I don't know if that was recording, but we're gonna keep going. Got the 2021, 2022. I honestly don't know what year. I think he said it was a 21 or 22. Escalade officially ready to go out the door, and we got another one waiting for us. Man, these things are freaking huge, but no problem. Today is Monday. Got this one pretty much ready. I got the first coat on there. I got all the windows cleaned up, everything, all the touch-ups, wheels, everything is all pretty much done. All I gotta do is put the second coating on there, which is pretty much as soon as I'm done recording this. I'm gonna put that second coating on there, let it cure overnight, and she is ready for pickup tomorrow. So right now you guys may see it glowing, but it's still gonna glow a little bit harder once it's all said and done. So this is the one that I was working on the driver's side. The whole entire driver's side got repainted. If you look back at some of my videos, I might have showed it, I might have not, but regardless, go back and catch up on the videos, because I was doing a full-blown wet sand on this whole driver's side. There was a lot of orange peel. Just looking at it alone, I mean, the guy that brought it, he's not even really into all the paint stuff and doesn't know all the little details. But even him himself, he bought the Escalade and he said, bro, I cannot be driving it like this. He said, this thing looks horrible. So there was a lot of orange peel. Got rid of all that orange peel. Got the paint nice and shiny. Did the wet sand, buff, and then we laid a ceramic coating on top. So pretty much the full 9. And as you guys can see, that orange peel matches up perfectly. Now this is original painted hood, and this is the driver's side now. So you guys can see that orange peel matches up perfectly. Honestly, I don't think anybody will ever even know that this thing was wet sanded and buffed. Not to, you know, brag about what we do, but we get down to every single little crack, and I push the wet sand down to the edges as much as I can. So realistically, going anywhere, any body shop, you're not gonna get this type of work. I honestly don't think anybody will ever notice that this thing got repainted. If they do, I will be really surprised. This is the passenger side, which is original, and you guys can't see too much of a difference. I honestly might have even left the driver's side a little too good. But yeah, for the most part, she is all ready. The inside obviously didn't need anything. It's a brand new Escalade. It doesn't really have too many miles on it, like 20,000 miles. So the inside isn't dirty at all. I just gotta wipe down the mats a little bit. I already did the windows. So he's pretty much all set and done. Got Pops working on this little Acura. This was just a full detail for a body shop that's actually around the corner from us. So we did the full-blown detail on this one. Pops is knocking this one out. So we'll be getting this one out the door today as well. That's another one. And then obviously we got the 2024 Escalade. This one I know for sure is a 24. This thing only has 5,000 miles. So this one doesn't really need too much, but obviously it's still a cleanup process. There's bugs and stuff. I put the lights on this side already. I haven't checked the other side, but I could already see minor scratches from like car washes or whatnot. So we got to get everything on point. This one is due by Thursday. My customer wants to pick it up 100% by Thursday because he has something to do by the weekend and he needs it by Thursday. So deadline is Thursday, which I'm not worried about. This one was obviously a bigger job because they got the wet sand and all that. So this one was here honestly for a long time, but my guy told me from the beginning he has a whole lineup of cars, and he told me, he said, don't stress it, don't worry about it. If you got to push it to the side, do what you got to do. I am not worried about the truck at all. So that's one good thing to hear for sure, because we're not rushing anything. We don't feel like I got to get this out. I literally went over, I wet sanded it, walked around it a few more times, made sure everything was on point, touched everything up, got down to every single corner. So with him not being in a rush, that means I could take my time, and that doesn't give me any single excuse to leave any little defect or whatever. If he said take your time, then I should be able to take my time and get down to every single little detail. So the Escalade is officially on point. Still got these two over here, and then I got Blue's Clues back. Actually, I got to show you guys this because I haven't. Like I said, I'm playing catch up right now. I got a lot of catching up to do. My guy Lalo brought in the single cab. This one was here for World of Wheels. I'm sure you guys remember it. If you don't, my guy Lalo's single cab Cheyenne on 28x16s. He got curb rash on a 3 wheels, I want to say. 2-3 wheels. He said the back ones, I think they were just scraping a little bit. Yeah, you can see that they were just scraping a little bit, so I got to get that cleaned up for him. And then I believe one of the front ones had a little bit of curb rash as well. Huge shout out to my older brother. He big time snapped on that color match. He painted the hood for me, and then I had this fender chipped. It was a pretty big piece. I want to call it like this big. Right before World of Wheels that happened, and the piece, I'm glad a lot of people didn't catch it, but that piece I kind of just, they came off in one piece. It was, the paintwork was not good on that fender, so that piece chipped off, and we kind of just glued that piece back on there temporarily. But now she is officially on point. There's no more defects on the truck. Big bro officially took care of that for me. Got the cow hood nice and color matched, fender nice and fixed. Now she is officially getting closer to the finish line. Is going back to the interior shop on Wednesday, so in 2 days hopefully get this bezel back on. Got a couple little things to touch up. Door panels got to go back on. They made me a fresh set of door panels, so I'm excited to see those. We're gonna see how those came out. It's gonna be a whole new setup, nothing like the ones that were before, so we'll see. Blue's Clues is getting closer to the finish line. She's nice with that 3-piece window. Now she got the cow hood on there. I don't like the big exaggerated cow hoods. I don't even like the cow hood on the yellow truck because it's a big 4-inch one. This is a 2-inch one, and this one is not bad. It's just nice and simple. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. There's nothing else to catch up on. We got a couple cars on the street, but nothing that I haven't showed you guys already. So now that we got that out the way, got wheels I gotta polish, got all types of stuff, interiors I gotta clean up, a little bit of everything. So with that being said, let's get back to work. And that's back to back on the Cadillacs. You see it. Got another brand new Escalade going out the door. 2024. Only 5,000 miles on this thing, but it came in with a bunch of scratches and swirls and little minor imperfections. Nothing that we were worried about. So we got her on point. Got the paint correction nice and shiny. Got rid of all the swirls, imperfections, down to every single little crack. You guys see that? Got down to every single little crick and crack and everything that we could get down to, we got down to. Got all those plastics nice and polished out as well. You guys can see no swirls, no imperfections, no none of that. We get down to every single little crack like I just said. And this one is pretty much all ready to go. We did the paint correction, and then we did the ceramic coating on here, and he already has the PPF. This is the best thing you can do. I tell people all the time, if you want quality, I mean realistically, the PPF on the front end is good, but if you really want to spend that money and you really want to protect your paint, you got to do that PPF on the whole car. You guys see the little line right here? It's basically just a clear film that goes over your paint, and it gives it a little bit more of a glow, and it just kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's a clear film though that goes over your paint. Some people do just the front end. People that really spend money on their cars, they do the full blown cars, everything. So it's a real good investment. I don't do PPF myself, but I will never talk down on PPF, and I will never talk down on anybody that does it, because that is definitely one of, if not the best things you can do to protect your paint. But second to best is obviously going to be a ceramic coating, which is done. like I said, some people just mostly worry about the rock chips and stuff like that. So that's why a lot of people do these front ends. Some people really just want to protect the full-blown everything. So some people do the full cars. Realistically, all you need is the front end. As long as you maintain your paint and don't take your car to washes that use a bunch of dirty towels or white gym rags, or you know what I'm saying. It just really depends on how you maintain your car. Realistically, do you need a whole PPF to protect your full car? No. The front end is obviously mandatory because you're driving behind semis, you're on the highway, there's rock chips, or there's nothing you can do about rock chips. There's always going to be rock chips. So front end, of course, is necessary. The whole car, not necessary. I don't think so. But like I said, the big ballers, the people that are really spending that money and really want their car to look like this all the time and not have to be worried about scratches and stuff like that, they're gonna do that PPF on the full-blown car. So that's the Escalade. On the inside, I mean, it's a brand new truck. Like I said, it's only 5,000 miles, so we really didn't have anything to do on the inside. I got a wipe down right now from when I was stepping in there, but for the most part, there's nothing really to do to this. This thing is pretty much brand new. Obviously, I had to clean the windows. You know, the windows is something that always gets dirty, so I got his windows cleaned up. Everything else, wheels, everything got nice and cleaned up, and now he is pretty much ready to go out the door. And then we got another one over here. Well, you guys know my camera cut off like always, but we got another one over here for you guys. This one is also going out the door. We've been back to back ceramic coatings and full details and everything. Pops actually knocked this one out meanwhile I was knocking that Escalade out. So Pops been back to back. He's actually knocking that Corvette out. Pops don't stop, man. You already know. If you guys know Pops, or if you guys came to the shop or whatever, you know Pops does not fuck around. Doesn't matter what holiday, whose birthday, or whatever the fuck the case is, Pops is always gonna get the job done no matter what. That's one thing I love about Pops. That's the one and only damn person that has never left my side, never been a lazy ass, always stayed true to his job and just does what he does. I mean, that's Pops. Pops does what he does. But got another one. Like I said, Pops knocked this one out, full-blown detail. Everything is all cleaned up and ready. This is my guy Carlos, the one that be selling the car. So in case anybody is interested in this car, I mean, I don't know his number directly, but you could just reach out to me. I'll make the deal happen for you if you're really interested. I'm not sure what the asking price is, honestly. Just so you guys know, I mean, there's a little bit of sun fading, nothing really at all. Besides that, all the paint looks real clean. Wheels are nice and clean. Interior is nice and clean, no tears, no none of that. So everything is all there. And she's a cruiser, straight cruiser. I gotta check the miles. I don't know. If you're really interested, just let me know and I'll get you the full-blown details. 630-923-9304. You can call me, you can text me. I'll get you the details. If you really want to buy this car, you're really interested in knowing the details, I will get every single detail for you. But like I said, that's another one going out the door. And then we still got the Impala SS over here. This one's coming up next on the hit list, but not there yet. Got a motorcycle that got dropped off. I gotta show you guys this one. Let's show you guys this one because this thing is filthy and he wants me to give it a full-blown detail, clean up all the chrome, polish out all the chrome, buff out all the paint, everything. So this one is definitely gonna be a good, nice little transformation to see. I'm not gonna be doing it anytime soon. Like I said, I got a couple other cars that we gotta knock out before we start getting on these new projects, but we got them in here. Rolls Royce came back in. He just got his bumper repainted. I think he backed into something or somebody hit the rear end. I don't know what exactly the case was, but he got the rear bumper repainted. Now we gotta buff the rear bumper and lay that ceramic coating on there so it's fresh along with everything else, because we just did the ceramic coating on this car not too long ago and we don't need anything looking like funky or nothing like that. So that's pretty much it. That's the little update for you guys. We got some footage for you guys. Still got to get some work rolling on the Hellcat. That one's next on the hit list after the Corvette. So you guys will be seeing the Hellcat coming up real soon. That one is going to clean up real. I mean, this is a crazy color, so it's not like you guys are going to see too much of a difference on camera. But regardless, once we actually do the full-blown works, you will definitely be able to see a little bit of a difference. And we got to clean up all that stitching. I'll show you guys the stitching too, because I really want you guys to see that. You guys see how the stitching, this is supposed to be a light gray. So got to clean up all that stitching. I'm gonna make sure I get that all cleaned up from, I mean, the actual car itself, the interior is not dirty. So there's not too much to do on the inside, but like I said, I want to get that full stitching cleaned up and try to get it back to as white as possible. So that's an update for you guys, and let's see what comes next. Wheels are all set, as you guys can see. No more curb rash. I did the polishing. I did a lot of stuff off video. I had to do a lot of hand sanding and a bunch of little stuff. These wheels kind of stressed me out a little bit because I usually take the tires off when I do all that curb rash fixing or whatever. But with these being 28s and the deadline being Sunday, because it's going to be at the show Sunday, I definitely did not have any time to do all that. So I did a lot of stuff by hand. I did a lot of stuff off video. I'm trying to get more stuff on video, and I will be doing that for you guys. But like I said, there's just a lot of stuff I didn't show, but you guys see the final product. No more scratches, no more ugly rash all the way around on the front wheels. There was only one tiny spot, which I can show you guys. I just looked at it right now. Can't even find it now. Let me see. It was somewhere right here, but there was like a big size curb rash, and I knocked that off. I honestly can't even find it anymore. I guess I did a good job, but oh, right here. It was right here. Well, you guys see that tiny little nick? There was a big one. I want to say about this big. Knocked all that off, and obviously if I really wanted to, I could have got that small one off, but like I said, I'm just trying to save time. Still got a bunch of stuff to do over here and just around the shop altogether, so wasn't trying to waste too much time. Like I said, we did it, we got it done, and she's show ready now. She doesn't look all bogus with the scratches all along the edges. I still got to wipe the wheels down a little bit. I still got to spray wax the truck and, you know, the little touch-ups, but I wanted to show you guys before I forgot. And then that way I could close this video out as well, because we definitely got to get some footage for you guys. And I got a decent amount, so I got to put all this together and get to work. But that's the short bed, the brand new short bed, 28 by 16s, engraved wheels, intro wheels. I want to say, yeah, intro wheels. We did a lot of work on this truck before. We wet sanded it, we buffed it, we ceramic coated, then it got all ugly because it got water spots and stuff, and he was sitting it outside. I don't know, it was just a mess. We buffed it again recently. We polished the wheels recently. We did a bunch of stuff with this truck already. So as of right now, we've pretty much been keeping up with it, and all she needed was the minor little touch-ups. And as of now, she is ready to go. Now let's get back to the other grind, because we got a bunch of other stuff to get out before we start chilling. And that is officially shit, basically two going out the door. I'm gonna show you guys both of these right now. This one, they're on the way to pick it up, so I definitely want to show you guys this one before it leaves out the door. Got everything nice taken care of. Took all those plastics off, made sure I got in all those cracks, everything. I got everything all paint corrected and ceramic coated. So she got the nice 2 layers on there. You guys see it is glowing big time. So yeah, like I said, we got the paint correction, ceramic coating on everything. The inside went over everything, all the carpet, seats, stitching. Try to bring everything back to life. The little baby car seat got the nice little wipe down, everything. So we got the inside all nice and wiped down. The engine bay is also nice and wiped down. I'll show you guys that in a quick second. Let me see if I can reach that from here. Should be good. So we got this inside nice and cleaned up. Got the full blown everything in the engine bay. She really wasn't horrible under the engine bay, but obviously with these being open and I had these things off when I had Sorry, I'm over here pointing, not even paying attention to the camera. When I had those things off, obviously dust was kind of just flowing in here, so that's all it pretty much needed, was a quick little wipe down. Everything else is already pretty much clean. It's pretty much kept up with. It looks like it got repainted sometime recently. Had a bunch of swirls and imperfections, obviously, from the body shop. You guys know the body shop's job is never to leave them perfect. All they got to do is make sure they leave that paint on point, and then it's up to you if you want to take it to a detailer and really clean that paint up, which is exactly what they did. Got that paint nice and cleaned up and ceramic coated. So this one I actually just finished wiping down the wheels, the tires, everything. I finished wiping everything down. I already laid the first ceramic coating on everything, the whole front, top, roof, everything, the whole thing. I already got the first layer of ceramic coating, and right now, like I said, I was cleaning up those wheels. The whole inside was kind of filthy, so I had to get in there, get those nice and cleaned up. So I did all that, got those cleaned up, and now she is pretty much ready for the second coating. And like I said, I wanted to record the purple Hellcat because they are on the way to pick that one up. And before I slacked off and didn't show you guys that one, we definitely had to get that footage for you guys. So you guys see the green Trackhawk coming out super nasty already. And like I said, that's only one coating, one coat on there. So we still got to lay another coat on there. So it's still gonna get a little bit more shiny. But that's pretty much a nice little update for you guys. I gotta get going on this. So let me get this done. Once I get this done, I'll update you guys on other stuff. But right now, this thing has to be done because it has to be ready for pickup tomorrow. So let me jump back on this. All right, y'all probably wondering where we've been at. I already had a video to drop. I put a whole video together. I had already saved it. It was ready to post, but I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna just wait, because we got more stuff to show, so we might make one long video for the people that actually watch all the way through. Let's show them what we've been doing. So, I mean, I haven't been making too much noise. I've been kind of, you know, I don't know how to say it. I haven't been quiet, but just been trying to focus. The last couple of weeks, I've been working on making the shop a little bigger. For those that don't know, I started off with the shared space here. I started off with maybe, it was in between 1,500 and 2,000 square feet. I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna explain everything right now once I flip the camera. But I started off with about 1,500, 2,000 square feet, and the rest of the section, the rest of anything that wasn't part of that 2,000 square feet was owner's section, which had a bunch of junk, a bunch of cars, a bunch of motors, just junk everywhere. So I slowly crept my way out, took a little bit more over, then I took a little bit more, and recently I finally made the decision to take over the full entire shop. So now there's no more shared space, no more sharing space with the boss here. There's no more junk in my shop, thankfully. Now I get to maintain my shop. I know I don't got no junk just sitting at the back of the shop. Yeah, that's basically that. So enough with the talking. Let's show you guys the new and improved. Well, this is not done yet. Just to give you guys a heads up, there's still a bunch of work to do. The last couple of days we've been cleaning up and doing nothing but cleaning up. So now I gotta really get down to the smaller details, fix a little smaller details, and just get everything together, paint some walls, and you know, just all the little stuff. So enough with the talking. Let's show you guys what we've been talking about, and let's show you guys, explain to you guys a little bit of what exactly has been going on here. So when I tell you guys I started off with a shared space, if you guys see this line, when I first came into the shop, they gave me this line, and then there was another line basically where I put that wall up. They said, this is a space that you can take for this amount of money, blah, blah, blah. That's what I could afford at the time. So I was like, okay, cool, let's do that. So took up this space, and the owner had a bunch of junk over here, all the way to the back, and then it still crept all the way to the back section, which I'm gonna show you guys shortly. So slowly from that line, I took over this way. A few months later, and then a few months after that, I took from this line that way. So I took over that, and then recently when we made the decision to take over the full shop, we officially took over this whole back section. So as you guys can see, I mean, it's damn near a whole nother shop back here. And like I told you guys, I still got to do a bunch of cleaning up, but there was a whole bunch of junk back here, motors, and there was like 3 cars sitting back here scattered, and it was a shit show back here. There's no other way to really put it. But now I got everything kind of cleaned up. I power washed the walls, but I got to do everything all over again. As you guys can see, I mean, it's still kind of dirty. Like I said, it was a shit show back here. I kind of just painted that to look pretty right now, but when I actually cleared everything out, I decided I'm gonna knock that whole room down. Since I got the whole shop now, I got a whole back room back here. Let me show you guys. We can show you guys real quick. I got a whole storage section back here, which everything that I have, that's my camera room. That's where I have my camera, my TV screens, all that. I'm gonna move all that to this back section. Obviously, we're gonna have to light everything up, put some bright LEDs in here. If I gotta put up some lights like the ones I got on the walls, then I will. But this is huge back here. And this was part of the deal. As you guys can see, I mean, there's like 4 stacks of wheels right there just sitting, and they're not even taking up space. So I don't really got much but 2-3 sets of wheels in that storage room. And a bunch of little random stuff. So obviously all that stuff is gonna come over here. What's in that room is literally only gonna take up maybe 1/3 of this room, and then obviously whatever other little junk, as you can see, I got some other tires and stuff over there. All that can also go in here. And there's no point of having that room, which is basically taking up one full car space, you know what I mean? So there's no point of having that. It's I started painting, as you can see, and I was gonna do the door a different color, blah blah blah. I was gonna switch it up, but once I actually cleaned all this out, I was like, you know what, there's really no point of doing that. There's really no point of trying to clean that up. We might as well knock that down, get rid of all that unnecessary space, throw that back here, and keep it flowing. So that's a little bit of an update for you guys. Like I said, I've been slowly creeping my way back here for the last 2 years. I've been at the shop for over 2 years now, and I've been slowly creeping my way over here. This wall wasn't even up when I originally came in here. This wall there was nothing here. It was just obviously this post, the post over there, all the posts, that was one main post, and there was nothing else. No corner, no nothing. That was just all open over here. But obviously with me having to take only this space, I put that wall up just like I said, the owner had a bunch of junk back here. So with that being said, I could only, you know, I didn't want customers to walk in here and be like, man, what the hell is going on back here? So I had to put this wall up right here. I had a whole this was open before, but we put drywall up and covered this section up. But now that obviously I took over this back section, I opened this back up. I'm not gonna knock the wall down realistically, because I want to keep my toys back here. When it comes down to my trucks, like I want to park obviously all my cars over here. This is not my only trucks. I got a couple other cars that are running that are shops and, you know, doing truck stuff. But I got a couple other toys that I honestly just want to straighten out over here. I know back here I could park 3 cars without any issue. So my main thing is, I mean, I don't have a problem with customers coming and, you know, looking at the trucks if you're standing from a distance, whatever. But the main thing that there's some people that don't understand. Obviously, if you're in the car game, if you know about cars, if you're really, really into cars, then you're not going to sit there and be all over somebody's car. But the main thing that kind of, you know, grinds my gears, I guess you could say, is when people walk up and, like, let's say for the Lightning, they want to see the sounds and they're leaning all over like this, you know, they're leaning all over the truck trying to look at the inside of the, yeah, as I was saying before my phone died. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't really care, you know, if people looking at the trucks, whatever, that's what they're for. But we take hours and hours and days sometimes making sure that every single scratch is taken care of, every single scratch is off. And even if you guys don't think that you might not be doing nothing by rubbing up on it, you know, there's the people that come, I'm not gonna do it on my paint because that's how bad it is, but there's the people that come, let's say this is my paint, they'll come and, oh damn, you guys did a real good job. Like, no, like, you can't, that, like, any paint is so delicate when it's naked or when there's nothing really protecting it. Like, sometimes obviously customers just want a quick buff and not a ceramic coating or whatever. Even if it's ceramic coating, you putting your rough hands and going like this or rubbing your dirty clothes or whatever it is, it could obviously put scratches. Even if it's the smallest scratches, like I said, we take hours and hours and hours making sure, not just my trucks but other customer cars. I hate when people just come up and touch and, you know, do this and that, but I guess it's part of the game. But definitely feels good to have these back here out of sight. People aren't gonna be feeling the need to, you know, come up and talk, like touch and look, whatever. If they do, obviously they gotta come all the way around the corner and really look for them. But for the most part, they're pretty much tucked back here and not being messed with. So that's that. That is now an update for you guys. We were pretty much set. I'm updating you guys. We got a couple cars done. We got the shop in order. Now everything is gonna be going back to regular motion. Obviously this was a hectic week, the last couple weeks. I mean, it was stressful for me because I had to make up my mind. I had to make up a plan. I had to just come up with everything. So it was a little bit of a hectic thing for me. I didn't bother picking up the phone and recording. It was a couple cars that left that I didn't even record, but I recorded as much as I could. Tried to stay in the loop, keep you guys in the loop. But that's pretty much that. We will obviously, like I said, be back in motion. It is hot this whole week, 90 something degrees. We will be back in motion now that the shop is back in order. Obviously I still got to do some cleaning up and some painting, but I'm not worried about that. We'll take care of that tomorrow, and I'm pretty much done with the shop cleanup, and we could get back to regular work and focus on everything else. So that's pretty much a little vlog for you guys. That's it. Got a video for you guys. Like I said, we got you guys updated, and it is time for me to go home and get some rest. It's your boy Ace. Thank you if you watched all the way through. Thank you if you've been rocking with me. Thank you for every single thing. I appreciate you guys. Obviously, none of this would be possible without you guys. The customers, the people supporting, just everything and everyone. I appreciate each and every single one of you. It's your boy Ace, checking out. Peace.